Judge Hannah Dugan charged with helping an undocumented migrant evade arrest. Well, she's ramping up her defense, adding prominent conservative lawyer and leading Supreme Court advocate Paul Clement to her legal team. Now, Clement is known as the LeBron James of lawyers. He's participated in over 100 Supreme Court cases, notably representing the NFL, the NCAA, Facebook, and more. Authorities allege Judge Dugan helped this man, Eduardo Flores Ruiz, escape through a restricted jury door after learning ICE agents were present. So joining me now is Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin municipal judge, Judge Dick Ginkowski. Judge, thank you so much for giving us some of your time today. So a judge suspended, something we don't hear happen a lot, obviously. What is your reaction?
Well, it's never pleasant news. But I think probably the Supreme Court was trying to sort through all of this, as we all are. This is something that one of the big questions people ask me, is the judge guilty? I don't know. We don't know all the facts and the circumstances. The law is unsettled. There's a conflict of laws. This may very well wind up in the United States Supreme Court. And in fact, there hasn't even been a grand jury indictment. Plus, you have 500 courtrooms and 500 judges in the state of Wisconsin and 500 different sets of security concerns. So mix all that together, and we're really in the first inning of a 9-inning ball game, so to speak.
All right, so I want to ask you, Judge, because we know that this immigration crackdown is absolutely a major focus of our current conservative administration. So we have a judge that is accused of helping someone evade, accountability. Are you surprised at her choice of attorney here, someone who is known as a conservative lawyer?
Well, I think that he's also known as someone who has significant appellate experience. And my thought is that this is a case that very well, if it goes full circle, could wind up before the United States Supreme Court, because we don't have any prior precedent exactly like this. There was one other case in Massachusetts where the charges against the judge were ultimately dropped, so it never was fully litigated. What you have in many respects is a collision of laws. You have the federal statutes that certainly have been implicated here, but then you also have in some states, like for example, New York and California, laws that restrict the ability to make civil arrests within a court facility. You have an Oregon State Supreme Court rule, and in other states, and you have the inherent powers of courts. And these things have to be balanced, hopefully, I think, with some common sense. It's certainly not unusual for there to be people who show up in a courtroom and have warrants for them. But there's ways that these things are handled. And as judges, of course, we have some primary concerns. Number one, we want to see the laws are enforced. Secondly, we want to see that justice is fairly and impartially administered for all defendants, victims, witnesses, the public. And then we have to be concerned about the safety and security of everyone in our courtroom. And, that goes to the officers who may be making an arrest, that goes to the public, that goes to the court staff. So obviously, if there's going to be an arrest, and it happens all the time, you want to have that happen as safely as possible. And I do know just across the lake from us in St. Joseph, Michigan, we had 2 deputy sheriffs shot and killed when a prisoner grabbed a gun away from one of them and disarmed that officer and shot him and another to death. So, these issues about safety and security in a courtroom, when you take all the politics aside, there are some things that judges are really concerned about here, is that how do we balance all of these responsibilities to keep people safe, to keep our courts operating, and to make sure that the law is honored.
And Judge, you did mention there that you do believe this case could end up in front of the Supreme Court. Do you think that is most likely what happens?
I think easily there is, because there is no direct precedent. And you're also, if you take a look at the federal law, what does corruptly interfere mean? We don't know. Conceal in the other federal statute, we don't know what that means. And we don't know if you have to apply it to the facts. We don't know all of the facts because it hasn't come out. In fact, there hasn't even been a grand jury indictment. So right now there's speculation, and people, I think, have weighed in based on their political interests. But for the rest of us, for judges who are nonpartisan and don't care about that, many of us are concerned about how this implicates court operations and the safety and security of our staff. And there's a lot of good reasons for that to be concerned, because we want everybody to have their day in court, and we want people to be safe.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.